So you're listening to Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM 89.0. It's your host, Grady Hooker. We'll start off the show like we always do with this day in history. Back in 1987, WWF had a Madison Square Garden show. Their main event was a Texas death match for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship, and Hulk Hogan managed to retain against Harley Race. ECW in 1997 had a tag team match. The Dudley Boys put on a good show against Balls Mahoney and the Sandman. In 1998, WCW had a pay-per-view, the Great American Bash. The main event was where Sting took on the Giant, now known as Big Show. Sting ended up pinning the Giant after a Scorpion death drop, and as per the stipulation, Sting managed to keep his half of the tag team championship, and he picked a new tag team partner who was Kevin Nash. And in 2010, WWE had Raw. It was a tag team match. John Cena and Randy Orton fought Edge and Sheamus to a no contest. The match ended when the newly debuted Nexus attacked Bret Hart backstage violently with a limo. In 2012, TNA Impact, three masked men beat down Sting, and it was actually the first appearance of the Aces and Eights group that now dominate TNA. Okay, well, we'll play our classic entrance theme of the week. So that was Shawn Michaels' entrance theme, Sexy Boy. So you're back with Grady Hooker and Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM 89.0, and live via Skype right now I got Josh.
Hello once again.
And to start off Monday Night Raw, something you've been saying is going to happen for a while now.
Yes, we got Stephanie and Vince back. We got them in a position where they were trying to convince Triple H not to wrestle anymore.
Yeah.
Anytime we get Stephanie on TV is awesome.
Yeah. It's definitely an intriguing story to go through.
And I love how they played up the whole crowd wanting to see Kofi go through a table multiple times.
Yeah, the crowd can be an evil thing.
Certain crowds are just designed to be evil.
Yeah.
They want to be not only part of the show, they want to be against what is considered the norm.
Yeah. Okay,
such as that New Jersey crowd.
Yeah. So the McMahons got cut off by the Shield.
And I enjoyed the JBL yelling at them to leave.
Yeah. Good opinion there. Yeah, so they were up for a match against Randy Orton and Team Hell No.
Yep, and naturally, these 6 individuals went and tore down the house.
Yep.
Right now, there is nobody hotter than Daniel Bryan. Nobody.
He's definitely got that with him.
He's got a connection with the fans that you just don't see very often anymore.
Yeah.
And it seems like this is really beginning the, dare I say it, the summer of Daniel Bryan.
Yep. As long as he gets the rest of his brain back.
If 2 years ago was the summer of Punk, I have a feeling this will be either the summer of Yes or the summer of Daniel Bryan.
Yep. He's definitely showing himself in these matches.
And I could see a major program for him coming up in the next few months.
Yep.
Because anybody who has anything negative to say about him is just a hater anymore. Because everything he's done since he won the World Heavyweight Championship at TLC 2011, everything has been gold. He's been awesome at it. The biggest knock on Daniel Bryan was his personality.
Mm.
And that's not a problem anymore.
No. Okay. Well, as every team that goes up against the Shield does, Orton and Team Hell No showing quite a bit of friction.
Well, yep.
And
I wonder how many world champions there needs to be on a team in order to actually defeat them.
Yeah. Well, maybe it doesn't need so many world championships. It just needs people to not argue the whole time.
That's possible as well.
But yeah, Bryan thinks he's the weak link still, and he says he's going to have another match tonight.
Yep. And anything that Daniel Bryan does, I'm all for. I don't care what it is. He can go out and try to sell cars. I'd be for it.
Yeah. Okay, well, again, backstage, carrying on the Stephanie, Vince, and Triple H. They had a massive row up.
Tick, 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 boom. Triple H is becoming a ticking time bomb here.
Yeah. And his career's ticking away as well. Okay, well, the match straight after that was the Usos taking on the Primetime Players.
Hey, we get to see the Usos on TV.
With face paint.
Yeah. So, could this mean that it's possibly something going forward for the tag team division?
Yeah, resurgence.
Or is this just going to be one of those passing fads that Vince McMahon is known for?
Hopefully it's a resurgence of the tag team division.
Anyway, it does appear, at least at this point, that they're trying to build the Usos as the next challenge for the Shield.
Yeah, the Usos definitely had that good tag team finisher at the end with the Superkick, Superfly, Splash combo. Yeah.
That's always good. I do miss when Tamina was with them.
Yeah.
That made them using the Superfly Splash make more sense.
Yeah. But they're not going to do things like the Bonsai Drop or...
No, or Stink Face.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've seen them do the Stink Face at least once.
I think it was more of a running back slam.
Same thing. Difference is you got a skinny guy instead of a fat guy.
Now, the only person I've seen to use the Stink Face in the last 10 years, other than Rikishi, was Kelly.
Yeah. Okay, so the next match was the 5th match in the series. Alberto Del Rio taking on Big E Langston.
I've enjoyed these matches, and I've really felt that Big E has come out for the better of them, despite losing the series. And I felt that it made him look really, really strong, working against an upper mid-carder like Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah.
And that the best thing, that while Dolph Ziggler's concussion was bad for him, it was one of the best things that could have ever happened for Big E Langston.
Yeah, Big E Langston's definitely come the best out of the Alberto Ziggler swagger situation.
I'm hoping that he becomes a good guy soon, because I think he'll really find his home as a hero.
Yeah. Again, another interesting finish where Alberto ended up covering Langston with a roll-up out of the cross arm breaker.
That was interesting. Now, because it definitely appeared as though that Big E just was too strong to tap out to the cross arm breaker.
Yeah.
But it gave Alberto the win. A side note to this, I'm happy that they're actually using Ricardo more, with him being part of the announce team now for the for main event.
Yeah. It's definitely more than just following Alberto around.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the next match was Sheamus taking on Cody Rhodes.
More furthering for the battle that's set to take place at Payback for Sandow and Sheamus.
Yep. Simple Sheamus hits the bro kick for the win.
Yep. I think he was trying to kick off the mustache.
Yeah. Okay, well, after that, Triple H ends up walking out of Raw.
I'm taking my ball and going home.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it was.
Yeah. Okay, and then Daniel Bryan finds his opponent.
Ryback. You knew something was going to go down. These two are at the very tippy top right now of their positions. Like Ryback or hate him, Ryback is positioning himself as one of the top villains in the company.
Yeah.
Right now. And Daniel Bryan is the most popular wrestler on the roster. Although I'm not sure what to kind of label him, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of somewhere in between, maybe an anti-hero.
Yeah.
But these two, you knew because Daniel Bryan was going to be in the match that it was going to be a really good match.
Yeah.
It was and Ryback, you knew was going to be able to do things that make Bryan look better from the standpoint of being so strong that he could throw Bryan around and stuff.
Yeah.
And Bryan could bring out the best in Ryback.
Definitely. It was alright. It was a great match, but the finish was a bit off for me.
I didn't mind it so much. I mean, because you couldn't have the number one contender with for the WWE Championship lose the match.
True.
And Daniel Bryan is so popular, you can't have him lose the match either.
But you can smash him through a table.
Yeah. Which keeps Ryback strong and doesn't hurt Daniel Bryan.
Hurts him a lot. His elbow was taped up on SmackDown.
Yeah, he got a cut, but it doesn't hurt him in his position-wise.
Yeah. Especially since
or
he was...
his momentum.
It could have if Cena hadn't come out for the save.
Yeah, he probably would have gone through another table.
Yeah. And then got Kofi'd.
But moving on, we set up the Curtis Axel versus John Cena match again.
Yeah. Vince said it for a no DQ match, and you knew from the offset that people were going to get interfering into this match.
Well, you knew Ryback was going to.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. That was a given.
Yeah.
But I am enjoying the fact that the way they're building Curtis Axel. They're giving him all these cheap wins.
Yeah.
But these cheap wins are coming against a future Hall of Famer in Triple H, who's a 13-time world champion, and John Cena, the current WWE champion, who's a 13-time world champion and will be a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah. He's taking other wins against these high-profile guys, even if they are cheap or not.
Yeah. So that, to me, that's going to make, when he actually gets the non-cheap wins, mean more. They're going to be more special.
Against anyone other than Sin Cara.
Yeah. It would not surprise me if in the next month or so, he ends up wearing the Intercontinental Championship. The same Intercontinental Championship his father wore 20 years ago.
Okay, so now I'll throw to our current entrance theme of the week. It's Randy Orton's song, Voices. So that was Randy Orton's Voices. You're back with Grady and Josh. Rewinding a bit on Raw, we come back to the Fandango Great Khali match.
This was just weird. They came out, they do a little bit, then suddenly Fandango just disappears.
Yeah.
And the match just changes.
Yeah, it goes straight into the Wade Barrett Miz match.
Yeah, it's like they didn't transition it well.
No, because then the next match didn't last too long again, with Miz winning with the figure four.
Yeah, I've started to really accept the Miz with the figure four finisher. I think he puts it on in an interesting way. It's not the same way that the move had been put on prior to him.
Yeah.
But then again, it may have something to do with the fact that he's a lefty.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the people that put him on otherwise are righties. So, but I do enjoy the Miz using the figure four.
Okay, well, straight after that, Punk and Jericho's contract signing.
Well, I'm starting to get there to believing that this match will actually take place.
Yeah.
If I was going to be the one that would be in charge of of the matches and stuff, I would have Curtis Axel win the Intercontinental Championship earlier in the night, and then have him defend it against Chris Jericho, and not have CM Punk return until after the match.
Okay.
Then you could have him at his hometown and become a good guy again.
True.
By stopping Curtis Axel from maybe attacking Jericho with a chair.
Long shot.
Yep, very long shot.
Okay, well, straight after that, the Bella Twins and AJ took on the Funkadactyls and Caitlyn.
That's basically all this is really just tying up to that mystery secret admirer of hers.
Yeah.
And I've come around to thinking it's AJ.
Yeah.
I think AJ is messing with her, maybe using Big E as the scapegoat, but I really think it's AJ just absolutely messing with her.
Well, we'll
in
find...
an attempt to get her out of her game to get the Divas Championship.
Okay, well, we'll find out next week, because if we jump across to SmackDown, they announced that Caitlyn's Secret Admirer will live on Raw next week, so... But the opening segment of SmackDown was actually a Miz TV segment.
Sometimes even Daniel Bryan can't make a segment look good. And I enjoy The Miz, but I don't really like his Miz TV.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure what it is. It just something just doesn't click with that particular segment.
Was it because of the tag team match?
It might be. I don't know. It's just something about Miz TV as a whole hasn't worked.
It was definitely a copy of all of the other shows that have basically happened.
Yeah. I've enjoyed the Damon Sandow show much more than I have Miz TV.
What, with the supercomputer?
This week's wasn't that good, but I mean, like the Gordian Knot and the Show Your Balls.
Yeah. Okay, well, Damien Sandow had a supercomputer this week, and pretty much just Sheamus kicked it.
I didn't really see that particular segment, but I've heard a lot of people did not like it.
It wasn't up to par of their previous encounters, but Sandow did show a lot more brute force than mental.
I did enjoy the Curtis Axel Chris Jericho match.
Yeah.
And I liked how they ended it with the Punk's music playing.
Yeah.
And then Axel rolling up a surprise Jericho.
I completely love the ending to that. I was wondering what Heyman was up to, and then just perfect ending. Axel's now defeated 32 world championships.
You can't get much better than a debut than Curtis Axel has gotten.
No.
That's for sure.
Okay, Alberto Del Rio, I'd say took on 3MB, but I don't think that match ever started either.
Yeah.
Highlight being...
It is what it is.
Yeah. Highlight being Ricardo going high risk.
I love it when anytime they use Ricardo for anything other than just announcing Alberto Del Rio.
Fair enough. Yeah, it was great to see him. He should really come out as a singles wrestler soon.
Yep, I would agree with that. I'd be more than happy for it. At the same time, I'd be alright with him being a full-time commentator, like on SmackDown or something.
Yeah.
But, of course, you can't do SmackDown because of JBL.
Yeah. Well, the main point after that match was that Ziggler, via satellite, announces he's cleared to fight on Raw.
Well, it was good timing for him to be able to return, because we need the World Heavyweight Championship match at Payback.
Yeah.
So we can move on from this feud.
Yeah. Okay, well, straight after that, Kane ends up taking on Ryback.
Ryback looks incredibly strong in this match.
Yeah.
I really like the military press slam.
Yeah.
And that he was able to put a 7-foot, 300-pound man through a table with a powerbomb.
I was definitely thinking that chokeslam would have been reversed, but
But Ryback looks stronger and stronger as we get closer to Payback.
yep.
That's leading me to think he's not going to win the title.
Probably not. He's been playing the tables and the ambulance up a lot, but he hasn't been paying attention to the lumberjack match.
Ryback rules. Holler if you hear me.
Okay, well, straight after the Damien Sandow segment, Fandango took on Zack Ryder.
Apparently at some point during this match, Fandango suffered a concussion.
Okay.
From what I've understood, he will not be cleared to wrestle at Payback.
Stupid Zack Ryder.
So he'll have to be replaced.
Yeah.
I would replace him with Curtis Axel.
I think we got that from
That's
your
what I would do.
earlier comment.
Yeah. But that's what I would do.
Yep. Okay, well, after that match, we got the main event of the night, Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan taking on The Shield.
This was a really good match. And it had an interesting ending.
Bryan going bananas.
And also with an RKO at the end.
Yeah. But then again, Bryan did hit Orton during the match.
Yeah. So you're not sure what exactly to make of it. Because Orton's the type of person, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy, if you hit him, even by accident, he's going to hit you back.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's his IED, is it?
Yeah, his imaginary IED disease.
Yep. Okay, well, looking at Payback coming up, just of the matches so far announced, what do you think's going to come out of it?
Well, since Sandow and Sheamus are going to be the pre-show match, you have to know Sheamus is winning.
Yeah.
It's a pre-show match, and it's a match that's designed to get people into the show and get the crowd warmed up. The good guy has to win.
Yeah. It's definitely a higher caliber match than we've normally got on the pre-show.
I'd say because of the expected change with the Intercontinental Championship match, I'd say whoever replaces Fandango will win the championship.
Yeah.
I think that John Cena will retain the WWE Championship, winning the Lumberjack match and the Ambulance match.
You have to go to the third fall. What's the use of having a 3 stages of hell match without it?
I think Punk will win the match with Jericho.
Okay. Do you think that the Shield will be putting their titles on the line?
I would expect so. And I would expect that WWE will go a little out of the box with these particular 3.
Yeah, they've definitely going against like Team Hell No and Randy Orton. I think a mixture of them. Okay, well, it's been great having you, Josh.
It's been great being on again.
Not too many birthdays this week. We got former WWE and WCW wrestler/valet Virgil. He turns 50. Former WWE wrestler Tatanka. He turns 52. ECW original Jerry Lynn turns 49. Current WWE superstar Mark Henry turns 42. And WWE Hall of Fame class of 2013, Donald Trump. He won the Battle of the Billionaires at WrestleMania 23, and he turns 67. So that's it for the birthdays this... Wait, hold on. I think there's a message for you here, Josh. Josh, still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You're fired.
But I don't want to be fired, Mr. Trump.
And you too are going to join the Hall of Pain.
I'm all right with being fired. Ah!
Well, I'll be back next week. Not too sure about Josh, though, but you've been listening to Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM 89.0. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Wrestling Roundup Radio, or our Twitter page, twitter.com/Wrestling R Radio. I'll see you next week.